Happy to be on hand. I'm Brandon Gaudin with Charles Davis. And before we kick, partner, your keys to the game, please.
Well, my keys are on the defensive side of the ball for both teams. And the big one, making sure you avoid giving up the big play. These safeties are going to get tested all game long. Their job, keep the ball in front of them, tackle people, make them run extra plays in order to try and score.
Here's the kicker, Zane Gonzalez, ready to get this one started. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team.
Keep playing hard. On the double. Check me out. Watch time, watch time. Tight end right, tight end right. Let's go. Go, Ringo, Ringo. Ringo, Ringo.
Vic operating on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. Here's Vic. Throwing right, and that's complete. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down.
The catch, deservedly so, is going to get a lot of credit, but even more so because there's a defender there ready to make a play.
Yeah, just flat out muscled on that one. Third and short yardage, Vic. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 15 there, and the Panthers have a first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
First down, Vic. Going right side here, and that's complete. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is started.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. Looking in zone for Jones. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rod Woodson. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line.
With all the good scouting that goes on in the league, you would think that someone would read a few stats like this one. Rod Woodson holds the NFL record for intercepts returned for touchdowns with 12 in his career. So why do you throw it in his area?
Well, they're just lucky that he didn't return that one for a touchdown. Did get the pick, though. Good starting field position for them as they come up first and 10 at the 41-yard line. Now following the interception, here's Newton. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
But they certainly didn't waste any time throwing some deep passes here. For the defense, it wasn't unexpected. They told their secondary, be ready. You're going to be tested all night by this team.
They'll run with a big man, Bo Jackson.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
On third down, here's Bo. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. An effective 7-yard third down conversion. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? Five or more yards each time, that's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive.
Get it.
2nd. On 2nd down, it's Jackson. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was hoping for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble.
Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Hall of Famer Ronnie Lott, and they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
20. 8.
On first down, it's Newton. Steps away to his left. Caught by Jones. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
20.
Now Newton on first down. Flush to his right. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Great. 8. Check nine. 8.
Throwing again. Newton escaping the pressure right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor there. But thank you, Doctor. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Give the sack to Lawrence Taylor.
Tackled back at the 33-yard line.
Second quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football as they've got it with a second down coming up. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. To try again after the sack. Vick, he completes it to Julio Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a first down.
That's a 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Vick, and he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Lawrence Taylor, his second sack of the night. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Vic readies to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Mean Joe Green in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. Third and long for Vic. And he's going to go down again. Myles Garrett able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Not good at all. Punted just 24 yards there. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has really. They come up here now, 1st down. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain, 3-0 our score.
Come get some. Come on here, come get some. He don't want it.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job is a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Watch twigs.
On 3rd down, Newton. It's caught. Jones. They'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a 1st down.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Here's a run on 1st down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers, just 2 for 7 throwing the football, but he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them off their routes, and you're usually pretty precise. 1, 2, 3 cut, balls out of his hands to the receiver. In this case, might be off by a half step either way. They've got to find a way to get back in sync.
Eluding the pressure right. And this is going to be incomplete. Well, let's see. Yeah, the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11.
Hey, check. Line 50, line 50. Watch the floor, watch the floor. 20. Watch the floor. Gun. Wait.
Here we go on 4th. Newton. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Panthers will get the football back.
Everyone gears up for third down, talks about the importance of it. But fourth down, that's truly the moment of truth play, isn't it?
Everything's dialed up a little bit more. And, it's such a momentum play, isn't it?
Absolutely, because it can flip either way depending on who converts on fourth down.
Vick will look to throw on first down. Complete to Jones. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
From the red zone now, Vick. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. To throw, Vick. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So it's first and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make it second and goal.
Ready? Mine's 50. I got it. Double time.
On second and goal, they'll give it to him again. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to third and goal. On third down, Peyton. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. Now a timeout coming here defensively. As on fourth down, may as well make him punt it. And his kick here is good. And that will knot things up here late in the first half. So they're able to make things level just before half and also leave very, very little time on the clock.
And I love the way that you phrased that. Brought a little soccer into it, and that's really apropos considering they just kicked a field goal to tie things up.
This will be taken very short. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this one. A big shot.
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Second half ready to roll. 2 field goals, the combined output in half number 1. Could be first touchdown wins. This will be taken short. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
Let's go. 20. Here we go.
Throwing is Newton. It's complete to Jones. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They run on 1st down with Jackson. The Hall of Famer Kevin Green in on the stop.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Check. Check. 8. Check. Bang, bang, bang.
From the 41, Newton buying time to his left. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can be looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Charles Tillman.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field, and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
A 1st down throw coming for Vic. Looking deep for Julio. And got his man complete. 20, 10. Touchdown, Carolina. Julio Jones. An even 90 yards. And the Panthers have taken the lead.
And when you're thinking about your opening drive in the 3rd quarter, you're thinking about exactly that, putting together a drive. But instead, what did we get?
Big pass downfield, touchdown. I thought, okay, I'm just sitting back in my chair. Let's get eased in, a couple runs. No, boom.
Yeah, forget the body blows, folks. Let's throw the big shot right now.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken very short. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once it...
This is caught inside the 15. A big play there for Detroit. 63 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. An 11-yard touchdown. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And we are even at 10 apiece. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away.
The Panthers take over first down. Let's go! At their own 25-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time.
That's true.
That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Now, meanwhile, the throw by Vic incomplete. It was knocked away. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Deuce. Go. Max 50. Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it.
To throw again. Vic. Flush to his right. He'll run it. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Carter, we talked about this at halftime, but I don't think either one of us expected it to continue. Michael Vick has been bottled up in this game. This defense has done a fantastic job of containing his running ability.
It is so rare. They can never contain him back in the day. Remember 2006 when he set the single-season record with over 1,000 rushing yards. He completes it to Jones. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. That one good for 24 yards.
Check it back. 50, Mike, 50. Come on. All day. Here we go. 50. Mike, 50.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Lawrence Taylor bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Throwing, Vic. He's going to rifle one deep left. It's caught inside the 25. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Kevin Green with a pick. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
And we're back now in Charlotte, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. This will be taken short. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Coming off the pick 6, it's Newton. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 23. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
Here we go, D.
Throwing on 1st down. Vic. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Vick. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Under 10. Under 10. 10 seconds. Let's go, Mike. 50.
The pressure drops off as they look to throw. Jones has it. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Able to push his way through. And they string that play out nicely. He stopped before he can turn upfield. No gain, 2nd down. He shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, Vick. Throw left side complete. That's Holt. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the 1st down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to perhaps salt this one away. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. So his 2nd field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
This will be taken very short. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they... And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
And the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Right to the 3. Shit, watch the 20. Hey,
Newton to throw. Caught on the right side by Jones. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 19 yards is the pickup there, but even with that, they're well short. It's 4th down. Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They had to go. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis, thrilled to be with you from the broadcast booth. And, partner, before we get this thing started, what are you going to be watching?
Who gets off to a fast start? In horse racing terms, they talk about catching a flyer out of the gate. Who sets the pace and makes the other team chase?
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken short.
Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 26-yard line.
Round 80. Mike's 50. Mike's 50. Watch the five wide.
The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down.
Mike's 50. Mike's 50. Five wide.
On second and 9, Allen nowhere to escape, and he goes down. It's a guy who played 4 years for the Bears, Julius Peppers. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. On third and long, it's Allen. And the pressure gets to him again. Julius Peppers, his second sack of the night.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Watch his flat. Watch his flat. Watch his flat. Watch his flat shot. Check it out, Lee. Yeah. Mike 29. We own them. We own them.
From the shotgun, it's Vick. Oh, he's going to air it out right. It's caught inside the 25. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Julio Jones. 62 yards as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken very short. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
On second and 11 now, Allen. That's complete to Calvin Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. On first down, Jackson. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now a give right side. It's Jackson. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Hey, Delta.
Now Allen. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. In for the sack, Myles Garrett.
Hey, Charlie.
Going for it on 4th down. Allen. He's going to let this one go deep. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback. Check for it. It's free. It's free. Go. Shot. Zip it.
Vick operating on 1st down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
Minus 50. Let's go one more. Under crunch. Hey, alert 3. Monday.
Allen will try again on 2nd down. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
I smell fear in that offense. I smell 22. Check. Cover. 22. Check. Cover. Hayward. Check 25. Check. Hey.
So here's Vick following the interception. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he shouldn't, because from the time they handed out scouting reports before this game, he was circled, starred, everything. Find him, cover him. But sometimes you can scheme a guy open. You put the receivers in a bunch. Maybe you move some motion. Maybe you put him on the backside of a formation, and all of a sudden you've got a better matchup. Every now and then, the offensive guys, they figure.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Now Allen to throw. Throwing again. Being chased out left. And this is incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Julius Peppers bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight. They do go for it. Here's Allen. And Ingram hauls it in. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. And even 30 yards on a play that began back at the 30. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. To the air, Allen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Julius Peppers make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game.
I know there'd be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Trying to lay one up deep. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Got a man on the right sideline. It's Holt. It's a Panthers 1st down, 17 yards on the play.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Mike 29. Let's go, D.
1st down, Vic. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit. And that's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to be pretty back there. You're going to have to give me completions. Even when you're taking some hits, sometimes you have to be your own blitz control, for lack of a better term. Got to make completions, step up, and make those throws, and he did that.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And his kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no wind. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects it.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Sing on the slot. Sing on the slot. Ball try. Over. Mike 29. Get ready. Get ready. Get ready. Ready, go.
On 1st and 10, here's Vick. Looking down, and this is taken in at the 5. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Julio Jones. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Now the try here for the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down. No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now it's Gurley. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And on the tackle, Kevin Green, of course, a member of the 2016 Hall of Fame class, Charles.
Went in on August 6th of 2016. Kevin Green taking his rightful place in the Pro Football Hall of Fame, and what a speech he gave that night. I can still see him standing up there, and the line that resonated for me: I didn't play this game for any other reason than love and passion. And only a cynic would dispute that if they saw Kevin Green play.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. And the kick by Gonzalez is good. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
This will be taken short. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go!
At their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second.
That's caught at the 25. Touchdown, Carolina. Michael Vick, his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, A well-deserved seat on the bench. A little oxygen if he wants it as well.
This one taken just inside the 10. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
The Panthers take over first and 10. At their own
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12. So first and 10 now from the 30. Working out of the gun, Michael Vick. Got a man on the right sideline. It's Holt. It's a Carolina first down on a gain of 16. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone.
Oh, and now Vick throwing another interception. Picked off by the former USC man, Taylor Mays. And they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
They'll begin the drive with Jackson on the ground. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. They'll run with Jackson. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
They run. It's Gurley. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Another carry now for Gurley. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Fourth down now after a loss of 2.
The tackle made back at his 48-yard line.
Alert, alert, alert. Hey, we're going Mike 40, Mike 40. You got nothing in there. You got nothing.
They'll try and throw for it here. And it is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position.
Come on. Double tight, double tight.
They'll run on first down. Peyton. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Give him 18. It's a Carolina first down.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now a run with McCaffrey. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Bears' 2-yard line.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. They'll try the left side. Peyton, and they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
They'll keep it on the ground. Peyton, and he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Panthers, they widen their lead.
Offensive line coaches always tell their guys, if we score touchdowns, that means we get to the end zone first. That's exactly what those blockers did, clearing the way for their back.
Extra point right down the middle, and that'll increase their lead to 28. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken very short. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Again, they run with Gurley. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. The Bears on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Now Gurley. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Hey, Haywood. Shoot. 56, 56.
So they're going for it, and here's Allen. Man open, it's Moss complete. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Ricky, middle. Check, crunch. Alert. 3, check 3.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Kevin Green in there to get him. That is the 6th time that they have sacked him tonight. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Regular. Hey, Orbit. Pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet. Mike 50. Go.
Allen throwing on 3rd and long. This is Johnson. He's got it. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A big gain of 31 on 3rd down. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Kevin Green in there to drop him, and that is the 7th time tonight that he has gone down.
50 smooth. 50.
Another try after the first down sack. Allen eluding the pressure right. He gets this one to Johnson. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Mike's 50. Mike, home. Hey, here I go.
Operating from the red zone now. Allen. Flushed out right. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Calvin Johnson, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Check. All 52. Check. Hey, Echo.
And here's Allen. Going to throw again. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Randy Moss, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Hey. Go. Mike 50. We ain't giving up nothing.
Allen to throw once more. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
Here we go. Not a wolf. Oh, you got deep? 2 times.
They'll try the left side. Peyton. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. They'll keep it on the ground. Peyton. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. 34 yards there and a 1st down. That's the run he's been waiting for, Charles. He's been bottled up all game. That run alone got him more yards than he had in all his previous carries combined.
And don't think for a second he doesn't know that, because every back that I know can almost calculate every yard with every step that they take. Had to be frustrated because of what's happened during the game.
And they are going to score again.